welcome to a new video. You might be surprised because this video is actually not in Italian but in English, and there's actually a reason behind it. I mean, first of all, I need to practice English more, and instead of sending people many vocal messages on Instagram, I think it's better to do like a longer monologue in a video. But on the other hand, there's many people who follow me on Instagram on Hannah Notes, which is my Studygram actually, that are English speakers, or they do understand English better than they do understand Italian. So I decided that it could be a nice thing to bring more content in English rather than Italian. But for those who don't know me, my name is Emmy. I'm from Italy and I'm currently majoring in Italian language education and hopefully in Korean education soon. But yeah, I'm studying Korean at the university as well. A couple of years ago, I started learning Korean by myself. It's been a journey that actually changed my life all these past months especially. The reason why I wanted to do this video is because I would like to talk about my experience being born in Italy with an Italian dad and a Polish mom. But before going on, I would like to thank AnaLuisa for sending me this little box. They sent me actually some jewelry pieces, and they all came in these cute little pouches. I actually use these pouches for anything really, like I can even fit my AirPods here. But so they sent me actually this pair of earrings I'm wearing right now. This necklace was from a past collaboration actually, and they even sent me this little ring that reminds me of the magic shop of BTS. But I really like this brand. They are from New York. They have this whole philosophy of being sustainable, carbon neutral. All their jewelry pieces are made with recycled materials such as silver. They are all gold plated and they look very fancy, but the price is not that high, I mean. And they're currently running a sale of their website, so you can get their jewelry pieces for a 20% off, which I think is a kind of bargain. So I would recommend you check them out because I do believe their jewelry pieces are really, really high quality. Check them out. I will link you everything down below. But now we can go back to the main topic of this video, which is growing up in Italy and being bilingual. Well, it might sound cool, but to the little child I used to be, this situation was not cool at all. I mean, my mom is Polish. She came to Italy after meeting my dad at a conference in Budapest. It's a long story, but they actually met for an Esperanto conference. They didn't know each other languages, but they would speak in Esperanto. And don't ask me what Esperanto is. It's like a made-up language, and it was a sort of project that it's not going as the inventors of this language wanted it to be, but anyways, there's certainly someone who knows it better than I do. But anyways, they met in Hungary, they fall in love, blah blah blah. They actually used to be pen pals before meeting. My mom moved to Italy after marrying my dad, and then after 3 years they had me, and since then I've been exposed to both languages because my mom would talk to me in Polish all the time, whilst my dad would of course talk to me in Italian. But I grew up mostly with my mom, especially because I was an only child. I'm still an only child. I've always been an only child. And my dad used to work at the time, so I would only see him at evenings or weekends, or yeah, you know, when our parents works all the day, then I mean, I grew up more with my mom at the beginning. But everything was cool because I do understand Polish. But then when I started going to school, especially the last years of elementary school and especially in middle school, I started being made fun of this. I mean, this is so ridiculous and this is so stupid. But people would make fun of me and bullying me because I was half Polish, but in their heads I was fully Polish, and they would be like, hey, go back to your country, we don't want you here. And that was kind of mean. There's an episode I do remember when a kid actually hurt me, and my mom wanted to talk with his mom, and the mom started yelling at my mom in front of everyone at school, with the kid hiding behind her back. And this mom was like, hey, you go back to your country. We don't want you here again. So you know the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, because you can tell the kids, they were mean, but they were just repeating the mean things their parents used to tell them. So being not accepted at my school was very depressing for me, because all I wanted to do was making new friends, be friends with everyone. And this of course had some, how to say it, like, it was very difficult for me at this point, since no one was accepting me. Even though I was born and raised in Italy and Italian is kind of my first language, because I do everything in Italian. I do read, I do speak, I learn stuff in Italian, I do attend Italian schools. And still, nevertheless, they would tell me to go back to Poland, and I was so freaking ashamed, because I just wanted to be accepted, and I was like 11 years old, so I was just a kid who didn't understand many things about life and stuff. But still, people were not accepting me for that, so what would a kid do in this case? Well, I started rejecting this language. So yeah, I reached a point where my mom talking to me in Polish would make me feel irritated. And now I do kind of regret this, because I was stupid. But you know, I was just a little kid who wanted to be accepted and be part of a group, and that's pretty normal. I believe at that age, I just wanted to have friends. So I started having this rejection towards Polish. Even though we used to go to Poland every summer, and this is something I really cherish, and I have so many memories about it, and I loved going to Poland. I loved talking with my grandparents and cousins and everything. But at this point, I started rejecting the language. I didn't want to learn any further, and I just didn't want to have anything to do with Polish or Poland. And this is so freaking stupid. I do acknowledge it, but at the time I was just little. And this makes me feel bad for my mom as well, because she was very brave. She quit her very good job to come to Italy and be treated like very bad by people who weren't like very open to accept someone else, and she did harm no one. But in the eyes of people, you know, like people coming from the east side of Europe are seen in a certain way, and I believe there's so much ignorance behind it. Like, Italy was actually set free by Polish people at the end of the Second World War, so why would they be so hateful towards Polish people? But anyways, I'm not here to teach history or anything, but I do believe they were not really accepting. And at this point I started, as I was saying, to reject this language, and I find it kind of repulsive. So like, even sometimes right now, after so many years, if my mom tells me something in Polish and I'm not in a very good mood, I start feeling like something here, and I'm like, why are you speaking Polish? I don't want you to speak in Polish with me. I mean, talk in Polish. My English is so broken right now, please. Don't mind my mistakes, okay? It's been so long since the last time I've spoken English, like on a daily basis, which I believe it's actually a good thing that I might do videos in English, because that could be helpful. Anyways, but now I feel bad for my mom, because actually she was very brave for coming to Italy all by herself. She had no help, no one helping her, except for my dad, and then she had me. I think she did a pretty good job, because she raised me, and yeah. But at this point I feel very bad, because I would like my child, in case I did marry someone who's not Italian, and if I ever marry someone, that's unlikely going to happen. It's this person, it's gonna be Italian, but I would like my child to know Italian or my language. So I feel bad, because my mom had to learn another language, and she pretty much also learned Italian with me, because when I was in primary school, she would like help me with my homework. At the same time, she would learn new things, which is kind of great, I believe. But yeah, so she learned Italian with me, and the funny thing is actually that I learned writing and reading in Polish before even starting to read and write in Italian. because I was like 4 years old and my mom bought me this book. I don't know where it is, but it was like elementary school book for Polish kids, and they would just learn how to write in calligraphy and stuff. But still, nevertheless, oh my gosh, this video is going to be so confusing. I'm so sorry about it. It's just like I didn't really plan any script or anything, so it's just me rambling. Pretty much what actually happened is that when I entered high school, there was a classmate of mine who found out that I was Italian and Polish bilingual, and she was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, I wish I was bilingual as well. And for the very first time in my life, I started looking at this thing from a different perspective, and I started thinking, oh, well, maybe it's cool, indeed. Which is really cool actually, because I got to be exposed to different cultures, different languages, different foods. Oh my gosh, I miss Polish food right now. I do miss Polish food like pierogi. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so it was very, very like cool, because someone would start appreciating me for being bilingual. Because you know, kids just want to be accepted, and that was very cool. But the thing that actually changed everything was in 2008 when I went to Vienna for a German summer school, like those summer schools you would spend like a couple of weeks or months during the summer learning another language. And for the very first time I was put in an international environment. I was surrounded by people from the UK, USA, Brazil, Poland, Russia, all people coming from different countries. And for the very first time ever, I swear I didn't feel different, because I was just a person who was in an international environment. So it didn't matter what my first language was. It didn't matter where I came from. I was just me being with other international students, and this was so freaking cool. And at this point I started realizing how much I loved being surrounded by people from other countries, other cultures, because there's always something you can learn from it. And this is what actually makes me so happy and makes me feel so alive. So maybe that's also the reason why once I entered university I decided to study modern languages. I just studied English, German and Polish, and now I'm actually studying Korean. So this is very, very cool. It makes me so happy to be surrounded by people coming from all over the world and being able to talk to them and learn new things from their countries. I do believe that learning a language is like building a bridge towards cultures and countries, and it's something very, very beautiful. And now, after so many years, that I realized that I do kind of regret what I used to be did, because that was very stupid. And now I do realize that being born bilingual is a gift and not a curse, as many people would tell me. But growing up it wasn't really easy, but I finally have accepted it, and it's really nice, because I do believe whether you are born bilingual or you have your first language and then you start learning new languages open you up to many possibilities, many things actually. I think it's a gift being able to express yourself in different languages, like I'm doing right now in English, and it's not something to be ashamed of. So yeah, this is actually something I wanted to tell to anybody who might feel a little bit bummed because they used to feel ashamed of being able to speak more languages or something. There's nothing wrong with that. I do believe those kids were all only stupid, ignorant, and maybe even jealous. So let it be. Just be happy with who you are and don't care about what other people tell about you or how you should be, because their words don't matter. It's just chatter. So, you know, there's a song I used to listen a lot a couple of years ago that says, words only matter if you let them matter, so don't let them matter, it's only chatter. And I do believe that's really, really true. So yeah, this was just me rambling a little bit about this, but I had this idea of speaking up about this experience after talking with a friend on Instagram the other day, and we should appreciate our roots and who we are, and because that's actually what makes us unique. I hope you guys enjoyed this little chat video, like it's more like a monologue, but anyways, I do really hope you enjoyed it. If you want me to do more videos in English, just let me know, but I think I would rather stick with English because I think it's better. It brings my personality out more than in Italian, I think. If you enjoyed it, just please subscribe to my channel, leave a like, a comment, you know what to do actually. I would also remind you that AnaLuisa is having a 20% off their website, so you can get their jewelry pieces with a discount. I will link everything down below, and I hope you guys are safe, and I wish you a good start of spring, because spring is like the start of something new, at least in my opinion. Thank you for listening, and I will see you again in my next video, hopefully. Bye!